Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to welcome you to County Court at Law Number 2. My name is Judge Terrence Holmes. I'm the presiding judge here in County Court at Law Number 2. This morning we have an announcement docket. When I call your name, please come forward before the bench with your attorney. If your attorney is not here, we will wait for your attorney to arrive because your attorney may be in another court handling another matter. If you are not represented by an attorney, when I call your name, please come before the bench by yourself. Salvador Avina. Mr. Avina, your full name is Salvador G. Avina? Yes, sir. Okay. How are you doing, Mr. Avina? Good. You doing good? Well, that's good. Let's see, Mr. Avina. Okay. Okay, he wanted to waive this one.
Yes, Your Honor, we had a long reset. I believe he traveled from out of state last time he was here, so we gave him a long reset to give me time to contact the complaining witness. I have done so, so with him still wanting to waive his rights, I have an offer for him at this time.
Okay, so Mr. Avina, the prosecutor is gonna talk to you. Okay, so you can have a seat.
Just give me a couple minutes. Okay.
Joshua Holloway. Mr. Holloway, your full name is Joshua Holloway? How you doing, Mr. Holloway? All right. That's good. Now, Mr. Holloway, I see here that you have you signed a waiver, is that correct?
Yes.
State?
In this case, if you
January.
recall, Your Honor, state has had contact with the complaining witness. She has advised that she does not wish to move forward, but still has not complied with her request to complete the options class. At this point, I believe it might be best to place this case on the trial docket so that we can do a bench call on it.
Okay, well, if it's gonna be placed on the trial docket, you said? Well, I mean,
Y'all can't speak.
okay.
Say I plead not guilty, but I know I was accused of this, but I don't know. I prefer this case to be dismissed because I can't afford to be losing
I understand.
job.
Understand. I mean, at this point, the case actually is not set for a trial today, which means if it's not being disposed of through a dismissal is today, then obviously it has to go into a trial docket. And then at that point, depending on whether or not the state is able to prove its case, the case can be disposed of then. Okay.
Yeah.
No, I understand now, you're losing time from your job. I know that, this case was reset to give, the district attorney an opportunity to communicate with the, complaining witness in this case. Okay, so,
And if the court wants to make a short recess as well, state would be amenable.
okay, what he's saying is we can make it a short recess so that it'll come up quickly for trial. And then obviously, if the state is unable to prove his case, the case will be disposed of there. Okay. What's the that's child docket when? Well, what about in July? Seventh, 21st, 28th.
I'll do it 28.
28?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So this case will be reset to July 28 for trial. Mr. Holloway, you can get your reset from our coordinator. Once you get your reset, you're free to go. And you have a blessed day. Douglas County Court at law number 2 is back in session. Court is in session and clause number 25 CCCR 0652, excuse me, 0692, and clause number 25 CCCR 0832. Both cases on style of state of Texas versus Donnie Earl Elmore. Mr. Elmore, is that your full name? How you doing, Mr. Elmore? I'm doing fine, thank you. Mr. Elmore, you're represented in your cases by your attorney, Christy Carlton. Ms. Carlton, how are you doing?
Doing well, Your Honor.
That's good. And the state is represented in these cases by attorney Shane Hilton. Mr. Hilton, how are you doing?
I'm good, Your Honor. Thank you.
You're welcome. Now, Mr. Elmore, I have before me 2 motions to modify or delete bond conditions that was filed by your attorney, Kristen Carlton. And Ms. Carlton, state, have you received a copy of the motion to modify the delete bond conditions?
Yes, we got it yesterday, Your Honor.
Okay. Are you ready to proceed?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And Ms. Carlton, you may proceed.
Yes, Your Honor. Your Honor, my client is a security guard and it is causing him danger at his job, not being able to have a firearm with him. And if it pleases the court, he would like to let this court know about it only. And I'm only admonishing him as I talk about that on one issue, nothing to do about the 2 cases that are pending.
Okay. Now, Mr. Elmore, would you please raise your right hand? Swear firm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God. You may put your hand down. Okay, you may go forward.
So I was at water.
I have to ask you a question.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So can you please let the court know why you have asked my office for that bond condition to be altered.
Yes.
Can you let me know what has happened at work?
It's been multiple shootings up there where I'm working at.
Can you
Everything.
tell them where you work?
I work at Fumu Dubai and also work for celebrities. And at Fumu Dubai, I was working in the parking lot and they just started shooting. I almost got shot. When I was dodging, bullets, I almost got shot in the process. So I was like, yeah, this is not gonna work. And celebrities keep calling me for me to come work. Like for Saturday, they asked me, can I come work? I told them I couldn't because the armed security. I'm not home right now, so.
Okay, so who do you work for? I mean, do you work for a security company?
No, I work for Fumu Dubai.
So you work for okay, so you work for the business, Fuma Dubai, which is a bar, restaurant.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Uh, how long have you been working there?
A year and 6 months.
Now, as a part of your job, I mean, you are on security.
Yes, sir. Licensed in the state of Texas, I'm licensed for own security. Before I was working there, I was working for a security company, but the security company wound up shutting down. So I've just been working like at restaurants for celebrities, funerals, weddings. It's settled.
Okay, Stan, you have any questions?
I have no questions, John. Just
Okay, now this the bond conditions that we have in this case. Let's see. You appeared in court on May 6, 2025. For the offense that you have is one of the offenses is assault. Yeah, a bodily assault, bodily injury. The other case is interfering with public duties. Is that that's correct?
yes, Your Honor, that's correct.
And hold on a minute. Parent, I just first I'm gonna take judicial notice of the PC, the probable cause affidavit that's in the court's file. One of the issues that we have, that I have rather, was the fact that this occurred on the job. Okay. That's the big issue. I think the line of work that you're in, I'm not gonna get into the allegations of this case or anything, but maybe the line of work that you're in. I don't, at this point, the court would like you to work. However, the court has a duty to protect the public. Public safety is one of the conditions. Well, when we're looking at bond conditions, we have to bear in mind safety to the public, safety to peace officers, safety to the complaining witness. All of those things go into the court's decision in terms of how the court is going to set bond conditions to make the public safe. And so I think when we looking back at when these bond conditions were set, obviously that was in the forefront of the court's decision to do this, because the court can't, I know the line of work that you're in, I mean, you're not a peace officer. Okay, but in some of these, in some of your situations, it's almost that you somewhat acting as a peace officer, but even though you're not a peace officer. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to, at this point, State, do you have any recommendations?
Your Honor, we're opposed the changing of the bond conditions. As the court pointed out, these allegations stir from his employment as a security guard, and at least one of the charges does involve a firearm. So
Yeah,
we agree with the court's discussion of the public safety issue and concerns, and that's why the state would oppose.
okay. Okay. So at this time, the court is I'm not going to modify the bond conditions. Okay, so the bond conditions will remain the same. All right. All right, that's the ruling of the court.
And then we are here on the announcement docket for his two charges as well,
Okay.
Your Honor.
So Ms. Carlton, what is your announcements on Mr. Elmore's?
The announcement is we're not ready. Mr. Hilton is looking into, we're missing some body cam footage and he's looking into that right now.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you just want to reset to give you additional time to get the discovery that you need from the state?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, give us a reset date. Okay, this case will be reset to August 1st of 2025. Okay, you can get your reset. Mr. Elmo, once you get your reset from your court coordinator, you're free to go in your best days. Okay. And you're free to go as well. Your best day. You are.
Right.
I've got about 4 this morning.
I know.
Kelly.
But we can take care of this one right quick. The state is dismissing this case. Okay, this is cause number 24 CCCR 2390. Case is style the state of Texas versus Garrett LaRae Simmons. Mr. Simmons, is that your full name?
Yes.
How are you doing, Mr. Simmons? I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Mr. Simmons, you're represented in your case by your attorney, Don Boudreaux. Mr. Boudreaux, how are you doing?
Just fine, sir.
That's good. And the state is represented in this case by attorney Andrew Hubel. Mr. Hubel, how are you doing?
Doing well, Judge, thank you.
And Mr. Hubel, I have before me a motion to dismiss. Is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
And Mr. Simmons, I've signed the motion to dismiss. Your case has been dismissed. You can get a copy of this dismissal from our court coordinator. Once you get a copy, you're free to go.
Thank
And you have a blessed day.
Thank you.
You're welcome. That's it. Okay,
I still got several more.
okay. Yeah.
Yes. I don't know that I haven't been shown this. No.
Worship.
Now get your face done.
What happened?
Mr. Simmons?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Don't give me dismissal. There you go. All right.
Sarah Roy. I don't. He has to do the dismissal on the other one, on the third one. Who's the prosecutor?
Andrew.
Yeah, that's come up with dismissal.
It's been submitted.
Okay. Okay, this is cause number, well, actually, we have three cases. Cause numbers 24 CCCR 0420, cause number 24 CCCR 0421, and cause number 24 CCCR 1623. All three cases are styled the state of Texas versus Sarah Renee Roy. Ms. Roy, is that your full name?
It's, that's my maiden name, yes, sir.
Okay, Ms. Roy, would you please raise your right hand? Do you swear affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Roy, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Ms. Roy? That's good. And Ms. Roy, you represented in your cases by your attorney, Attorney Nathan Reynolds. Attorney Reynolds, how are you doing?
I'm doing well, Judge, thank you.
That's good. The state is represented in these cases by Attorney Andrew Hubel. Mr. Hubel, how are you doing?
Doing well, Judge, thank you.
Mr. Reynolds, do you waive a record in Ms. Roy's cases?
So wait.
Ms. Roy, I have before me in cause number 24 CCCR 0420 a document that is titled information. This information was filed by the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office. In this information, Ms. Roy, it alleges that you, Sarah Renee Roy, on or about January 15 of 2024, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed the Class B misdemeanor offense of criminal trespass. Ms. Roy, do you understand what you have been charged with?
Yes, sir.
To this charge, Ms. Roy, how do you plead guilty, not guilty, or no contest? Are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily? And are you pleading guilty because you are guilty? Ms. Roy, I also have before me a document that is titled Misdemeanor Plea Admonishments. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
On page 2 of this same document, there are a set of initials on the line next to the box that says check guilty. Did you place your initials on this document?
Yes, sir.
On the next page of the same document, there's a signature above the line that is titled defendant. Is this your signature?
Yes, sir.
On the next document that's titled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Right of Appeal, do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
Is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant?
Yes, sir.
At the top of this document, there are two boxes checked. The first box that's checked states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that statement?
Yes.
Second box that's checked states that you're waiving your right to an appeal, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that statement? I also have a document on paper that is titled Discovery Certification. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
Is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant?
Yes,
Ms. Roy, before you signed and initialed all of these documents that I just showed you, did your attorney go over these documents with you?
sir.
And did you understand everything in these documents?
Yes, sir.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Roy, are you a citizen of the United States?
Yes, sir.
Stand for states one.
Any objections?
No objection, states one.
No objections. States exhibit number 1 will be admitted. Mr. Reynolds, you've advised and counseled Ms. Roy. Is there any evidence that she is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
None to my knowledge.
Ms. Roy, your attorney, Mr. Reynolds, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir.
Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Roy, I will accept your plea of guilty. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. And I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
We do, Your Honor.
And what is the agreement?
The agreement in this case is to 1 year deferred probation with a $200 fine and 40 hours community service. Defendant has 2 days credit that's being credited towards fine court costs in this case, and this is to run concurrent with the next case. And as part of this agreement, the state will be dismissing 24 CCCR 1623.
Okay, this is, let's see. And fees in this case is $350. What's the court cost? $277. Okay. Ms. Roy, the state is offering that you serve 1 year deferred adjudicated probation. During the 1 year probationary period, you'll be required to pay a fine of $200 plus court costs of $277. You'll be given credit toward the fine and court costs for the 2 days that you've spent in jail. So that will reduce the fine and court costs from $477 to $277. Okay. And you will also be required to pay a probation fee of $60 a month, your announced fee of $15 a month, reimbursement fee of $15. Be required to reimburse Jefferson County Court appointed attorney's fees. And your total monthly installments, that is the total amount that you will be required to pay in this case, is $140 a month. Will you be able to pay the $140 each month?
It's gonna be tight, but I'll do my best.
Okay, well now, Ms. Roy,
Yes, sir.
whether you can pay it or not, I just need to know if you can. It's not gonna change the offer in this case.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
You do.
Okay, let me see her affidavit of indigence. See this. Ms. Roy, I have before me a document that is titled Jefferson County Affidavit of Indigence. I will hand this document to your attorney, and your attorney will hand this document to you for you to review. And Ms. Roy, now, okay, have you reviewed that document? Do you recognize that document?
Yes, sir. I do.
And is everything on that document still true and correct today?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you can hand the document back to me. Thank you. 277. Okay. Mr. Cartwright, please put your mic on mute. When we call your case, you can take your mic off of mute. Thank you. Let's see. Okay, let's see, it goes down to. Okay. Now, Ms. Roy, the court is going to find that you're indigent based on the finding of indigency pursuant to Article 42.15 of Texas Code of Criminal Procedure. The court costs in this case of $277 will be converted to 22 hours of community service. The attorney's fees of $350 will be waived pursuant to Article 26.05 G-11 of the Texas Code of Criminal Procedure. The reimbursement fee of $15 will be waived pursuant to Article 102.018 of the Texas Code of Criminal Procedure. Your probation fee will be reduced to the statutory minimum of $25 a month from $60 a month. You will be required to pay the urinalysis fee of $15 a month. And the fine is you was given 2 days credit toward the fine of $200. So that's already been taken care of. So your total monthly installments, that is the total amount that you'll be required to pay in this case is $44 a month. Will you be able to pay the $44 each
Yes,
month?
sir. Thank you.
You will also be required to perform 40 hours of community service. The 40 hours of community service will be the regular community service in addition to the 62 hours of community service that was converted from the court cost. So therefore, you'll be required to perform a total of 62 hours of community service.
Yes, sir.
Let's see, this case will run concurrent with cause number 24CCCR 0421. The state will be dismissing cause number 24CCCR 1623, and you will be required to adhere to the other standard terms and conditions of this probation. Ms. Roy, do you understand the state's offer in this case?
Yes, sir.
And do you think that the state's offer and adjustments that the court have made pursuant to the statutes are fair and just?
Yes, sir.
And do you accept it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Ms. Roy, I'll follow the plea bargaining agreements, the agreement that you've made in this case. Ms. Roy, we'll move to your next case. Your next case is cause number 24CCCR 0421. And in this case, Ms. Roy, I have before me an information that was filed by the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office. And in this information, Miss Roy, it alleges that you, Sarah Renee Roy, on or about January 16th of 2024, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed the Class B misdemeanor offense of criminal trespass. Ms. Roy, do you understand what you have been charged with?
Yes, sir.
To discharge, Ms. Roy, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, no contest?
Guilty.
Now, are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
And are you pleading guilty because you are guilty?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Roy, I also have before me a document on my tablet that's titled Misdemeanor Plea Admonishment. It's also labeled as State's Exhibit Number 1. Do you recognize this document? On page 2 of this same document, there are a set of initials on the line next to boxes. Check guilty. Did you place your initials here? On the third page of the same document, there's a signature above the line that's titled Definitive. This your signature.
Yes.
On the next document that's titled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Right of Appeal. Do you recognize this document? Is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant? At the top of this document, there are 2 boxes checked. The first box that's checked states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right to appeal. Do you understand that statement?
Yes, sir.
Second box that's checked states that you are waiving your right to an appeal, which means you're giving your right to an appeal up. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
I also have a document that is titled Discovery Certification. Do you recognize this document? Is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant? Ms. Roy, before you signed and initial all of the documents that I just showed you, did your attorney go over these documents with you?
Yes, sir.
And did you understand everything that your attorney went over? And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge? State,
Say it for State's 1.
any objections?
No objection, States 1.
No objections. State's Exhibit Number 1 will be admitted. And Mr. Reynolds, you've advised and counseled Ms. Roy in this case. Is there any evidence that she is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
None to my knowledge.
And Ms. Roy, your attorney, Mr. Reynolds, has advised and counseled you in this case. Are you satisfied with his representation in this case? Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Roy, I will accept your plea of guilty. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. And I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargaining agreement in this case?
We do, Your Honor.
And what is the agreement in this case?
As the previous case, the agreement on this case is 1 year deferred probation with a $200 fine with 2 days credit towards finding court costs in this case and 40 hours community service. It's to run concurrent with the previous case, and state will be dismissing 24 CCCR 1623.
The attorney's fees in this case is $75. Okay. And the court cost of $277. Mhm. Okay, Miss Roy, the state is offering that you serve 1 year deferred adjudicated probation during the 1 year probationary period. Um, you're required to pay a $200 fine. However, you're given 2 days credit toward your fine and court costs. So the 2 days that you served in jail has already paid off the fine. Court costs in this case is $277. Um, you will not be required to pay the probation fee in this case because you're paying the probation fee in the previous case. You will not be required to pay your analysis fee in this case because you paid the probation fee. I mean, the analysis fee in the previous case. The attorney's fees in this case will be waived pursuant to Article 26.05 G-11 of Texas Code of Criminal Procedure. The reimbursement fee of $15 will be waived pursuant to Article 102.018 of Texas Code of Criminal Procedure. So your total monthly installments in this case will be $25 a month. Will you be able to pay the $25 each month?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The court cost is $277. That's yeah, it'll be the same, but she'll be required to pay that back at $25 a month. Let me see, you'll be required to perform in this case. Now, you will also be required to perform 40 hours of community service. The state will be dismissing cause number 24 CCCR 1620. And this case will run concurrent with the previous case or the companion case, clause number 24 CCCR 0420. Ms. Roy, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
And do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just?
Yes, sir.
And do you accept the state's offer?
Yes.
Okay, Ms. Roy, I'll follow the plea bargaining agreement that you have entered into with the state. Now, Ms. Roy, if you successfully complete this probationary period, this case will be dismissed. It would not result, well, these cases will be dismissed because you have deferred adjudicated probation. They will not result in convictions on your record, and you may qualify for non-disclosure. You can talk to your attorney about the non-disclosure, where your record will be sealed because he's quite competent in those matters. Okay, now, Ms. Roy, just have a seat. The court coordinator have to redo the paperwork to make the adjustments that I've made regarding your entities in these cases, okay?
Thank you.
Just have a seat and wait for your name to be called. You have a blessed day. Yes.
You too.
Oh, there's a no contact? Oh, I didn't see that.
It remain off premises of the.
Why don't you come on? Okay, so you also required to remain off the premises of who?
Dollar General. Hi.
Dollar General in Port Neches? Okay, all right. No, not in this case, because she's able to pay that.
What are you looking for, Pedro?
David Samuel Worsham. This is cause number 25 CCCR 0196. Case is style of state of Texas versus David Samuel Worsham. Mr. Worsham, is that your full name?
Yes, Your
Ms.
Honor.
Ms. Worsham, would you please raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Mr. Worsham, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Mr. Worsham?
Doing good, sir.
That's good. Mr. Worsham, you're represented in your case by your attorney, Attorney Laura Perazzo. Ms. Perazzo, how are you doing?
Doing well, Your Honor.
Ms. Perazzo, do you waive a record in Mr. Worsham's case?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Worsham, I have before me on my tablet, motion to dismiss. Before we get there, I have before me on paper a document that is titled Motion to Forfeit. Mr. Worsham, do you recognize this motion?
Yes, Your Honor.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant?
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, Mr. Worsham, before you signed this document, did your attorney, Ms. Perazzo, go over this document with you?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did you understand everything that Ms. Perazzo went over?
Yes, Your Honor.
And is everything in this document true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Worsham? I just signed the motion of the order to forfeit, granting that the weapon in this case be forfeited to the Lamar University Police Department. The state, I have before me a motion to dismiss in this case.
Yes, Your Honor, that's correct.
And Mr. Worsham, I'm signing this motion to dismiss this case. You'll be able to get a copy of this motion from our coordinator. Once you get a copy of this motion from the coordinator, you'd be free to go. And you have a best day.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. You can stand in front of the coordinator. Okay, Worsham. Yeah, what was the, Worsham?
Oh, you wait, yeah, it's inside.
What's the other one we have?
Michael Jackson.
Who?
Michael Jackson.
Oh,
It's not bad.
No, why are you smiling, Your Honor?
Jefferson County Court at Law number 2 is back in session. The court is in session and calls number 24 CCCR 1044. Case is style of State of Texas versus Christopher J. Gilbert. Mr. Gilbert, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
How are you doing, Mr. Gilbert? I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Mr. Gilbert, you're represented in this case by your attorney, Attorney Reuben Cartwright, who is appearing via Zoom. Mr. Cartwright, oh, he just zoomed off. Okay,
As soon as you said that.
okay, Mr. Cartwright, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine.
Okay, now, Mr. Cartwright, what's your announcement in Mr. Gilbert's case?
I would like another receipt.
My question is, what is your announcement in Mr. Gilbert's case?
I would like another receipt.
He said he would like another reset, Your Honor.
Oh, you like another reset?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now, Mr. Cartwright, let's see, this was April. Okay, now, Mr. Cartwright, on his next appearance, on his next court date, you need to be here in person. Okay, so this case is gonna be reset. Give us a reset date. Okay, this case is reset to July 30th of 2025. Mr. Reset, Mr. Cartwright, you're gonna get your reset sent to you. You're free to go and you have a blessed day. Okay, Mr. Mr. Cartwright, the court is gonna be calling you in a few minutes.
Must be. Was ready. Or I don't know. Oh, that's fine. I had to give the police building the last name of the person. Okay, that's fine.
Okay, we're gonna have to call him back. Jefferson County Court at Law number 2 is back in session. The court is in session in cause number 25 CCCR 0258. The case is styled the state of Texas versus Michael Cole Jackson. Mr. Jackson, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Jackson, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Jackson, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you God.
Yes, sir. I do.
Mr. Jackson, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Mr. Jackson?
I'm fair to average.
That's good. Now, Mr. Jackson, you're representing your case by your attorney, Laura Perazo. Ms. Perazo, do you waive a record in Mr. Jackson's case?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Jackson, I have before me on my computer a document that is titled Information. This information was filed by the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office. In this information, Mr. Jackson, it alleges that you, Michael Cole Jackson, on or about November 20th of 2024, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed the Class B misdemeanor offense of collision involving damage to a vehicle greater than or equal to $200. Mr. Jackson, do you understand what you've been charged with?
Yes, sir.
And to this charge, Mr. Jackson, how do you plead guilty? Not guilty, no contest.
No contest.
Are you pleading no contest freely and voluntarily?
Volunteer.
Voluntarily.
And are you pleading no contest because you do not wish to fight or contest the charge?
Yes.
Mr. Jackson, I also have before me on my tablet a document that is titled Misdemeanor Plea Admonishments. Do you recognize this document?
I do.
On page 2 of this same document, there's a signature on the line next to the box that's check no contingent, which means no contest. Is this your signature?
Yes, sir.
On page 3 of the same document, there's a signature above the line that's titled Defendant. Is this your signature?
It is.
And on the next document that's titled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Right of Appeal, do you recognize this document?
Yeah.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant? At the top of this document, there are 2 boxes checked. The first box that's checked states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that statement?
Yes, sir.
The second box that's checked states that you are waiving your right to an appeal, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that statement?
Yes, sir.
I also have a document that is titled Discovery Certification. Do you recognize this document?
Yes,
And is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant?
sir. It is.
Mr. Jackson, before you signed and initialed all of these documents, did your attorney go over these documents with you?
She did.
And did you understand everything that your attorney went over?
Yes.
Is everything in these documents true and correct
Yes,
to the
sir.
best of your knowledge? Mr. Jackson, are you a citizen of the United States?
As far as I know, yes. Yes, yes, sir.
Okay,
I was born here, in
okay, well, that's,
Jefferson County.
that's good. Now, Mr.
State Office takes Exhibit 1.
No objection.
No objection, states exhibit number 1 will be admitted. Ms. Perazo, you've advised in counsel, Mr. Jackson, is there any evidence that he is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No, Your Honor.
And Mr. Jackson, your attorney, Ms. Perazo, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with her representation?
Absolutely.
Has she provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Yes.
Mr. Jackson, I will accept your plea of no contest. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. And I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
Yes, we do, Your Honor.
And what is the agreement?
Your Honor, we'd ask the court for 90 days county jail, probated for a period of 12 months of community supervision. The state agrees to waive the fine and ask for repayment of court costs. Mr. Jackson does have 2 days jail credit to go towards the court costs. It asks for 40 hours of community service and restitution in the amount of $3,016.33 payable to Abigail Monreal.
It's Monreal.
I got
It's M-O. R-E-A-L.
Real.
Yes.
Okay.
No, yeah.
Today's credit. Miss Razzo, were you appointed in this case?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What's the courthouse street? 30. Yeah, we got 2 days credit toward that. So it'd be 230. You should.
Great.
Okay, Mr. Jackson,
Yes, sir.
the state is offering that you serve 90 days in Jefferson County Jail, but you will not have to serve any time in the Jefferson County Jail because you'll be placed on probation for a period of 1 year. During the 1 year probationary period, you will not be required to pay a fine that will be waived. You will be required to pay court costs in the amount of $330. However, you have 2 days credit that will go toward the court costs. So instead of the court costs being $330, it'll be $130.
Okay.
You'll also be required to perform 60 hours of community service. No, excuse me. You'll be required to pay $60 for the probation fee, $15 for the $60 a month for the probation fee, $15 a month for the urinalysis fee, $15 for a reimbursement fee. You'll be required to reimburse Jefferson County court-appointed attorney's fees of $350. You'll also be required to pay the restitution in the amount of $3,016.33 to Abigail Monreal. Your total monthly installments, that is a total amount that you will be required to pay each month, is $401.03 a month. Will you be able to pay the $401.03 a month?
That's right now.
Okay. Let me see his affidavit of indigence.
That's our problem.
You get why I don't know that.
Jackson, I have before me a document that is titled Jefferson County Affidavit of Injuries. I'm handing this document to your attorney. She will hand this document to you.
Okay.
You recognize that document?
Sorry.
Well, do you recognize the document?
Oh, yeah, I do, yes.
Now,
Oh,
is everything on that document still true and correct today?
No, sir.
Okay, you can make those changes.
What's changed?
Oh, I'm sorry, as far as,
Like, what's you filled out? Is it still the same?
my take-home pay, that has changed.
Okay, are you making less?
Well, I just I don't work for Poseidon anymore. I
Okay,
have,
so what's your monthly net?
as of right now,
Mhm. I mean, is it zero? Is it greater than that?
technically, yeah, but I do have another job right now.
But right now, you don't.
As of right now, it's zero. Yeah. I
Okay.
ain't saying that.
Okay, so it's actually
But,
less. I guess we need to,
Right. Should start.
You
with
need a
your
pen?
job
oh,
on
I'm sorry.
The 11th,
Do you want us to make the change on
Yes.
this document?
just
Okay.
following week after the 11th.
Okay, so this is gonna be, that's okay. As of right now, you do not.
Gotcha. 42.15.
Okay.
It's, and what about all of this? Is that the same?
Unfortunately, it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your Honor, does he just need to initial the changes or,
Well, yes, he can,
okay,
All right.
just initial? Next, there and there.
43.091.
Okay, and we'll just put. the 27, the 25, and we do okay.
I think so.
Okay.
I think it's, I know it's for the assaults, family violence. Family violence, I don't know. Okay. No, Mr. Jackson. I have this document before me that you made some adjustments on. Is everything on this document true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The court is gonna find that you're indigent. The restitution. Okay. Mr. Jackson, the court is going to find that you injured and pursuant to Article 42.15 of the Texas Code of Criminal Procedure. The remaining balance of the court cost, which is $130, will be converted into 10 hours of community service. Because you have 2 days credit that's going toward the 330. Okay, so that'd be 10 hours of community service.
Okay.
The court costs, not the court costs, but the probation fee in this case will be waived pursuant to Article 42A.652 Texas Code of Criminal Procedure, so you won't have to pay that. The attorney's fees in this case will be waived pursuant to Article 26.05G-11 of Texas Code of Criminal Procedure. You will not have to pay that. The reimbursement fee of $15 will be waived pursuant to Article 102.018 Texas Code of Criminal Procedure. You don't have to pay that. Now, you will be required to pay restitution, in this case, in the amount of $3,016.33 to Abigail Monreal, and you'll be required to pay your analysis fee at $180. Your total monthly installments, in this case, will be $291 a month,
Okay,
okay?
thank you.
All right, will you be able to pay that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You will also be required to perform 40 hours of community service. This 40 hours of community service will be in addition to the 10 hours of community service that was converted from the from the court costs. So your total amount of community service that you will be required to perform is 50 hours.
Yes, sir.
And you will also be required to adhere to the other standard terms and condition of this probation. Now, Mr. Jackson, do you understand the state's offer and the adjustments that was made by the court because the court found that you were indigent?
Yes, sir.
And do you think that it was fair and just?
Yes,
And do you accept it?
I do.
Okay. Now, Mr. Jackson, we're gonna have to redo the paperwork.
Okay.
Because there's some adjustments that have to be made on the original paperwork. And so I'll follow the people who are in agreement with the court's adjustments. You're gonna have a seat, wait for your name to be called. Once your name is called, you go to the window and then you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day.
Thank you.
And
You
Mr.
too.
You're welcome, and Mr. Razzo, you're free to go.
Thank you, Your
I
Honor.
think that's the last one yet. Yeah, and you have a blessed day. Okay, hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Jefferson County Court at Law number 2 is back in session. The court is in session in two cases, cause numbers M 327-128 and cause number M 327-126. Both cases are style of state of Texas versus Salvador G. Avina. Mr. Avina, is that your full name? Yes. Okay, now, Mr. Avina, before we go forward, you have a right to have a court reporter to type down everything that's being said in court. You also have a right to waive, which means to give up your right to have a court reporter to type down everything that's being said in court. Do you waive your right to have a court reporter to type down everything that's being said? Well, let me do this here. Once you, we have a court reporter available. Just have a seat. Just have a seat in that table. Okay, we have anybody else? I had a dismissal on, oh, this is the one, was this the add-on? The Lewis, Joshua, Keyshawn Lewis?
There are two dismissals.
Did I add them on?
No, I don't think you know.
Okay, I need to. 25 CCCR 1131. Did y'all check them?
Oh.
Hmm?
Yes. do that.
Okay. So, we have Mr. Salvador Avina. Mr. Avina does speak English. He is from Mexico. Is that correct? And so I was asking Mr. Avina, whether or not he wanted to have a court reporter to type down everything that's being said in court, or whether or not he wanted to waive or give up his right to have a court reporter.
Usted tiene el derecho de tener una reportera que esté grabando lo del caso hoy, o no es necesario que lo tenga. Es su decisión de usted si la quiere que venga a hacer un registro de lo que va a suceder hoy en corte. Si no, no es necesario. And he doesn't think it's necessary.
Okay, now also, let me do this here. I can hand this to you. I'm gonna dictate to him. Okay. I have a document before me, and Ms. Renteria has the document as well before you. It is titled English Statement Number 1 for all foreign nationals, except those from mandatory notification countries.
Este formulario que tengo enfrente de mí, el juez quiere que se lo traduzca para que usted sepa que en este formulario, como usted no es ciudadano de este país, si es usted ciudadano de este país, residente, okay. He's a resident of the
Right.
US. Okay, entonces como nomás es residente, usted quiere que no es necesario que se le consulte al país de México de este caso. Si usted quiere, sí se le puede notificar, pero si quiere que se le notifique, usted no puede seguir adelante con este caso hoy. Así es que no es necesario que usted.
No.
Okay. He said he doesn't wish to consult with the.
Okay.
Mexican.
He can, sign.
Okay, aquí va a poner su nombre y luego su firma.
Okay. Now, Miss Simmons,
Yes, Your Honor.
we can go ahead and go forward on this plea. Okay.
Van a seguir entonces adelante con la oferta que el Estado le dio.
Okay.
That's the offer.
I have before me two cases. Both cases are style of state of Texas versus Salvador G. Avina. First case is cause number 327-128, and cause number M327-126. And Mr. Avina, would you please raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you God. Okay. Now, Mr. Avina, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Mr. Avina? You're doing good. Now, Mr. Avina, we have Ms. Cynthia Renteria. She is our translator here in case that you do not understand something. She is here to translate. We do know that you do speak English. Ms. Renteria, would you please raise your right hand? Do you swear to interpret Spanish to English and English to Spanish to help you God?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you may put your hand down. And again, Ms. Renteria, how are you doing?
Good, thank you, Judge.
That's good. Now, Mr. Avina. Here we go. I have before me two documents. The first document is titled Judge's Explanation of Rights to Defendants Without Attorney. And this document showed that it was signed on February 28 of 2025. And in this document, they have some initials, SA, on a line stating that you like to waive your right to attorney and represent yourself, and there's a signature. And did you sign and initial this document? Okay. The next document I have is titled Waiver of Counsel for Purposes of Entering a Guilty Plea or Proceeding to Trial. It was also signed and dated on February 28 of 25. And did you also sign this document?
Yes.
And before you signed and initial these documents, did you read the documents? Did you understand what you read? And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
And I also have before me on my computer a document that is titled Information. This information was filed by the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office in cause number 327-128. And in this document, it alleges that you, Salvador Avina, on or about July 12th of 2020, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed the Class A misdemeanor offense of terroristic threat, family violence. Mr. Avina, do you understand what you have been charged with?
Si entiende los cargos que tiene contra usted. What are the charges?
This charge is terroristic threat, family violence.
El primero es de violencia terrorística de familiar. Sí, sabe de ese. Ajá, así es como, how is that?
Okay, it says he been in there with intent to place. Is that Narina
Narita Sanchez, Your Honor.
Narina Sanchez? They said that he threatened to put her in this fear of imminent seriously bodily injury.
La persona, una señora con el apellido de Sánchez, tenía miedo o estaba en peligro de que usted tuviera su vida de ella en peligro.
And at the time that he threatened to, well, at the time that he placed her in fear of imminent bodily injury, she was a family member.
Como ella era una persona de familia, entonces como ella se sentía con miedo de que usted la hubiera puesto en un estado de, no sé, preocupación de su vida de ella.
Okay, he said, can say yes.
Sí,
So you
entiende.
understand what you've been charged with?
¿Entiende el cargo?
Okay, now to this charge, Mr. Avina, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
En ese cargo usted se declara culpable, no contesta el cargo o culpable.
I'm culpable.
He's guilty.
Okay, now, Mr. Avina, I also have before me a document. Well, now, Mr. Avina, are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily? Yes. And are you pleading guilty because you are guilty?
Se está declarando culpable porque sí es culpable.
I'm going to say yes. I was just trying to see my kids.
Okay, but I mean,
I'm guilty, I guess.
okay. Now, Mr. Avina, I also have before me a document that is titled Misdemeanor Plea Admonishment. It's also labeled as State's Exhibit Number 1. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
On page 2 of this same document, there are 2 sets of initials. One set of initials is on the line next to a box that's checked guilty. Did you place your initials on this document?
Yes.
The second set of initials is on a line next to a statement that reads, I do not wish discovery. I waive my right to discovery in this case, and I choose to enter a plea of guilty or no contest. Did you place your initials
Yes, I did.
on this document? On page 3 of the same document, there's a signature above the line that's titled defendant. Is this your signature?
Yes, sir.
And on the next document that's titled Trial for Certification of Defendant's Right of Appeal, do you recognize this document?
Yes,
And is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant?
yes, sir.
At the top of this document, there are two boxes checked. The first box that's checked states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that statement?
Yes,
The second box that's checked states that you're waiving your right to an appeal, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that statement?
yes,
I also have a document, also on State's Exhibit number 1, there are a set of initials below a paragraph or next to a paragraph that's titled right to an attorney, that's titled citizenship. And it states that if you're not a U.S. citizen or plead guilty or no contest, this may result in your deportation, exclusion from admission, or denial of naturalization under federal law. Do you understand that?
yes, sir.
Now, I also have another document that is titled that's titled for all foreign nationals except those for mandatory notification countries. Do you recognize this document?
Yes,
And is this your signature on the line that's titled signature?
yes, sir, ma'am.
And you circled the word no below a statement that reads, that asks the question, do you want us to notify your consular office at this time? And you said no, is that correct?
Yes.
Now, before you sign and initial all of the documents that I mentioned to you today, did you read the documents?
Yes,
Did you understand everything that you read?
yes, sir.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge? Okay.
They
Miss-
offer states one at this time now.
Okay, now, Mr. Avina, the state is offering State's Exhibit number 1. This is this document right here, the first document on the tablet. This is the same document that have your initials in these two locations. It has your signature on page 3. The state would like to use this document as evidence in your case. Is it all right for the state to use this document as evidence in your case?
Yes,
Okay, no objection. State's Exhibit number 1 will be admitted. Now, Mr. Avina, is there any evidence that you are currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
¿Hay una evidencia o usted siente que no está mentalmente competente para estar aquí enfrente del juez esta mañana? Sí, o no?
Yo estoy bien, bro.
Yes, he's fine.
He's fine, okay. Now, Mr. Avina, I will accept your plea of guilty. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. And I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
We do, Your Honor.
And what is the agreement?
In exchange for defendant's plea, the state's offering 180 days, probated over 18 months, $500 fine, 60 hours community service. The defendant has had no contact with the complaining witness in this case, Norita Sanchez, and court costs with dismissal of the companion criminal trespass. And there is 7 days credit from Jefferson County Jail that's going to be credited towards the fine and court costs.
see that on there. Is that on
It should be on the first page, Your Honor. It was written.
Yeah, it's at the top.
7 days.
7 days
Yes,
credit.
This is David Ordina?
Yeah, on
Yes.
28, okay, 7 days credit toward. Okay, so that's that's gone. What's the court cost?
487.
387.
87.
Okay, Mr. Avina, the state is offering that you serve 180 days in jail, but you will not be required to serve any time in the Jefferson County Jail because you'll be on probation for a period of 18 months. During the 18-month probationary period, you'll be required to pay a fine of $500 plus court costs of $387, which comes to a total of $887. You will be given 7 days credit toward the fine and court costs, which is $700. So we'll subtract the 700 from the 887. So your fine and court costs will be $187. You'll also be required to pay a probation fee of $60 a month. Or you'll be required to pay a urinalysis fee of $15 a month, a reimbursement fee of $15. Your total monthly installments, that is the total amount that you will be required to pay each month, is $86 a month. Will you be able to pay the $86 each month?
Yes.
You'll also be required to perform 60 hours of community service. You cannot have contact with a Narita Sanchez. You'll be required to adhere to the other standard terms and condition of this probation. And the state will be dismissing the companion case, cause number M327126. Mr. Avina, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes.
Do you think it's fair and just? Do you accept it? Okay, Mr. Avina, I'll follow the plea bargain agreement that you have entered into with the state. Mr. Avina, this will conclude your case. I need to hand the bailiff a document to give to you. I need to give you this, go over this document with you. This document is titled Written Admonition on Ineligibility to Possess Firearm or Ammunition. And it states as follows. In accordance with the Texas Administrative Code, Section 176.1, the court hereby admonishes you of the following. Number one, you are by entry of order or judgment ineligible under Texas law to possess a firearm or ammunition. Number two, beginning now, if you possess a firearm or ammunition, could lead to charges against you. If you have questions about how long you will be ineligible to possess a firearm or ammunition, you should consult an attorney. Number three, under Texas Penal Code Section 46.013, A, firearms mean any device designed, made, or adapted to expel a projectile through a barrel by using the energy generated by an explosion or burning substance, or any device readily convertible to that use. B, firearm does not include a firearm that may have as an integral part a folding knife blade or other characteristics of weapons made illegal by Penal Code Chapter 46, and that is one, an antique or curio firearm manufactured before 1899, or two, a replica of an antique curio firearm manufactured before 1899, but only if the replica does not use run fire or center fire ammunition. For more information about the laws that make you ineligible to possess a firearm, or for more information on how long your ineligibility to possess a firearm ammunition lasts, the court recommends you contact an attorney. For your reference, you may wish to consult the statutes listed below, which may or may not apply to your circumstances. Code of Criminal Procedure, Article 17.292, Magistrate's Orders for Emergency Protection. Code of Criminal Procedure, Article 27.14E1, plea of guilty or nolo contendere in a misdemeanor case. Code of Criminal Procedure, Article 42.0131, notice for persons convicted of misdemeanors involving family violence. Penal Code Section 46.02, unlawful carrying weapons. Penal Code Section 46.04, unlawful possession of firearm. Penal Code Section 25.07, violation of certain court orders or conditions of bond in a family violence, child abuse and neglect, sexual assault or abuse, indecent assault, stalking, or trafficking case. Family Code Section 85.026, warning on protective orders. Now, Mr. Avina, the written admonition that you have in your possession is for your records. Have a seat, wait for your name to be called. And once your name is called, you'll go to the window where your name is called. Once you finish at the window and follow the directions of the bailiff, you'll be free to go, and you have a blessed day.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Just have a seat.
Okay.
All right, thank you, Ms. Renteria. Yes. I'm doing that dismissal right now. Edgar Maddox. This is cause number M333378, case of style of state of Texas versus Edgar Maddox. Mr. Maddox, is that your full name?
No. Edgar Nolan Maddox Jr.
Okay. How are you doing, Mr. Maddox?
For how much so?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking, Mr. Maddox. You're represented in your case by your attorney, Jennifer DeLodge. And Mr. Lodge is appearing via Zoom. Mr. Lodge, how are you doing? Mr. Lodge, how are you doing? She don't have her mic on, so she can't hear nothing we saying.
It says joining meeting.
No, she didn't turn her mic on.
That's all it says, joining meeting. It's still, it's spinning.
Well, she need to like she said, back out and start it up again. Who? The pro se is on the other stuff, yeah. Mr. Lodge, you can turn your mic on. How are you doing?
Morning, Judge. I'm doing good. Sorry for not being here this morning. I checked your docket online last night and it was not posted. I thought it was moved.
It was, I accidentally deleted it, but we did get back that far.
Yeah, but it was still on your reset. I mean,
Until I get a reset. I apologize. I just assumed it had been moved. That was not smart on my part.
Okay, now, Mr. Lodge, what's your announcement?
Your Honor, we'd like to request a reset. I think my client's going to need just a little more time anyway to continue the cleanup effort he's made on his property.
Okay, State, do you have any objections?
Not at all, Your Honor.
Okay, give us a reset. Okay, the July what? 30th. Okay, this case will be reset to July 30th, 2025. Mr. Maddox, you're gonna get a reset from our coordinator. Once you get your reset, you're free to go. And you have a blessed day. We hope that you'll be feeling a lot better. Oh, okay.
A lot of years of working job, I shouldn't have been working.
Okay.
And as you can see, as big as I am, it don't help, so.
Okay. Now, Mr. Maddox, you have this.
I'll just give it.
Yeah, she's gonna give it to you. And once you get it, you're free to go and you have a blessed day.
Thanks.
All right. You're welcome. And
Thank you,
Ms.
Judge.
Delage, your reset will be sent to you. You're free to go and you have a blessed day. And Mr. Maddox, stay in contact with your attorney and your bondsman.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
There you go. And you're good to go. You're welcome.
Well, okay. Alexander Montano. Was that a? Oh, that's the add-on.
She doesn't speak very much English.
Okay, we're gonna see if we got a translator. I mean, should have told us that early when she was here. She maybe it's 15 minutes to 12. Let's see if we can, if she's available.
His wife is here and can.
Okay. Is he from the United States? What country are you from?
Cuba.
Okay, so he needs to fill out this too. And just have a seat at that table and you're gonna go over the top portion with him. No, you can have a seat right there because you could do it a lot faster here instead of going outside. Mr. Montano, just sit at that table. All right. Okay, this is cause number 24 CCCR 0694, case of style of the state of Texas versus Jeremy Kelly Johnson. And Mr. Johnson, is that your full name? How are you doing? Mr. Johnson? Okay, Mr. Johnson, you're representing your case by your attorney, Attorney Don Boudreaux. Attorney Boudreaux, what is your announcement in Mr. Johnson's case?
Your Honor, I believe it's going to have to be a trial.
Okay. Give us a trial date. Okay, this case will be reset for trial August 4th, 2025. Mr. Johnson, you're gonna get your reset from our coordinator. Once you get your reset, you're free to go and you have a blessed day. And Mr. Boudreaux, let's see. We, on Montano, we want to have our yeah, our court coordinator, not our court coordinator, but our translator won't be available to about after lunch. Okay, so we're gonna have to you have to come back at 1 o'clock.
Okay.
Okay, now on that's on Montano. Now on your next case, Lormini Anatasi, does he need a interpreter too?
Yes, sir. He's your.
Oh, he doesn't need an interpreter. Okay, just have him to have a seat. No, Mr. What are we doing on Anatas?
The plea, Your Honor.
It's a plea? Okay. Okay, hold on a minute. Hmm. Uh-oh. Yeah, you got the same problem I have. Man, Odyssey just failed operation.
Back up? No?
Mine says getting your case. We're having some computer problems. Let's do. Yours is back up? Okay, Jefferson County Court at Law number 2 is back in session. Court is in session. The cause number 25 CCC 0740. The case is styled the state of Texas versus Lormini Anatas. Mr. Anatas, is that your full name?
Yes.
Mr. Anatas, would you please raise your right hand? You swear affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Mr. Anatas, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Mr. Anatas?
I'm being good.
That's good, Mr. Anatas. You're represented in your case actually by your attorney, Todd Tikash. Mr. Tikash is not here. Standing in for Mr. Tikash is attorney Don Boudreaux. Does Mr. Boudreaux have your permission to stand in for attorney Tikash? Okay. Mr. Boudreaux, I have before me, well, first of all, Mr. Boudreaux, do you waive a record in
Yes,
Mr.
sir.
Anatas' case? Mr. Anatas, I have before me a document that is titled complaint. This complaint was filed by Precinct 4. Let me see. And on behalf of making the final complaint, defendant. Okay. Okay, this complaint was filed Jefferson County. Hold on a minute. Yeah, Precinct 4 was filed in Precinct 4. Is this shirt? Texas Department, okay, it was filed by DPS. Okay, it was filed in Precinct 4 by the Texas Department of Public Safety. And in Jefferson County, Texas. In this complaint, it alleges that you Lormini Anatas, on or about December 25th of 2024 in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed the Class C misdemeanor offense of failed to drive in a single lane. Mr. Anatas, do you understand what you've been charged with?
Yes.
Okay, and to this charge, how do you plead guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contact.
Now, are you pleading no contest freely and voluntarily?
Cool.
And are you pleading no contest because you do not wish to fight or contest the charges? That's what no contest means.
Yes.
Okay. Now, Mr. Anatas, I also have before me a document that is titled Misdemeanor Plea Admonishment. Is also labeled as State's Exhibit Number 1. You recognize this document?
Oh, yes.
And on page 2 of the same document, which is State's Exhibit Number 1, there are a set of initials, AN on a line.
Yes.
Or did you place your initials on this document?
My initial.
Okay, let me could you show that to him?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are those your initials? Did you place your initials on that document? Oh, let me see the next page.
The pen kind of slid down the page.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I see that. I'm trying to see if I can get it. Okay. Okay.
And get them to write when you want to, and then when you don't, it scribbles all over the page.
You know,
Hold on a minute.
I almost didn't recognize the fact that you had a towel on yourself. This is almost as bad, but not quite.
I see why he was looking at it.
Always gotten more, but.
Okay. Now, Mr. Anatas. You can show that document. He had the wrong document. Is that are those your initials on that document? It's apparently look like it's an A on that document. I guess
My initial,
he can tell him put his full initials on there. L, he can put the L. I saw the A, I didn't see the L.
yeah.
Maybe it was erased accidentally. And on the next page, did the same thing. Okay, on the next page, there's a signature above the line that's titled defendant. Is this your signature?
Yes.
On the next document that's titled trial court certification of defendant's right of appeal, you recognize this document?
Yes.
Is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant?
Yes.
At the top of this document, there are two boxes checked. The first box is checked, states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that statement?
Yes.
The second box that's checked states that you are waiving your right to an appeal, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that statement?
Yes.
I also have a document that is titled Discovery Certification. You recognize this document?
Yes.
Is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant?
Yeah.
Now, Mr. Anatas, before you signed and initialed these documents, did your attorney go over these documents with you?
Yes.
Did you understand everything that your attorney went over?
Yes.
Is everything in these documents true and correct
Yes.
to the best of your knowledge? Mr. Anatas, are you a citizen of the United States?
I'm a resident.
Okay. Now, Mr. Anatas, I'm going to have a document before me that is titled now what country are you from?
I'm from Haiti.
Haiti. They're not on mandatory notification. Now, Mr. Anatas, I have a document that is titled English for all foreign nationals except those from mandatory notification countries. In this document, did you hand this to Mr. Anatas? The top portion of the document applies to you because Haiti is not a mandatory notification country. I'm going to go over this document with you, and it states as follows. As a non-US citizen who is being arrested or detained, you may request that we notify your consular officers at this time here in the United States. You may also communicate with your consular officers. A consular officer may be able to help you obtain legal representation and may contact your family and visit you in detention, among other things. If you want us to notify your consular officers, you can request this notification now or at any time in the future. And the last question asks, do you want us to notify your consular officers at this time? If you do, you circle yes. If you don't, you circle no.
Your words, can you explain?
Okay, I can, I'm gonna let you have a seat with your attorney and let your attorney, answer any questions, and explain it to you. Okay, just have a seat at that table. Okay, now this is Tarika Tennille Burnett, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now Ms. Burnett, I think the state had previously made an offer that you pay restitution, that they would dismiss the case. And I think that initially you had the 2 checks for restitution. You have to take the gum out your mouth. There's a trash can to your left, or to your right, excuse me, there. And they initially said that if you paid the restitution, this case was going to be dismissed, and you provided 2 checks, but they were in the wrong amounts that you had gave, the checks you gave to your attorney. And so once you retrieved those 2 checks back from your attorney, you were supposed to get them in the right amounts. And your case was reset so that you can pay the restitution, so the case could be dismissed. The last time that we had court, you did not appear here in person. You were on a job, you said out of town, and you appeared via Zoom. And I think you said your mother, who was in town, she had, I guess, the money or the checks, and that she had until, I think, 4 or 5 p.m. that afternoon.
I said to lunch.
Till lunch to pay the money. And if it had not been paid, then the case will be placed on the trial docket. And as of this time, the money has not been paid. Is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
So your case is going to be placed on the trial docket. Okay, give us a reset date. Okay, this case will be reset for trial August 4th. You're going to get your reset. Once you get your reset, you're free to go and you have a blessed day. Thank you. You finished? Yep. Y'all finished?
Yes, sir.
Okay, y'all come on back up. Okay. Now, Mr. Anatas, you had a chance to review this docket.
Yes, you
And I see that, under the statement that asks, on the question that asks, do you want us to notify your consular officers at the time? You circled no, is that correct?
Yeah.
Now, Mr. Boudreaux, did you witness this?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you need to sign here. Oh. Now, Mr. Anastas, and go back over State's Exhibit number 1. On page 1 in State's Exhibit number 1, there's a paragraph that is titled Citizenship. And it states that if you're not a U.S. citizen on a plea of guilty or contingent, it may result in your deportation, exclusion from admission to the country, or denial of naturalization under federal law. Do you understand the statement?
Can you repeat one, please?
Okay, it states that if you are not a U.S. citizen on a plea of guilty or no contingent, which is no contest, it may result in your deportation, exclusion from admission, or denial of naturalization under federal law. Do you understand that?
If the you said that if not, can you repeat just one more time?
Okay, it states that if you are not a U.S. citizen on a plea of guilty or no contest, it may result in your deportation, exclusion from admission to the country, or denial of naturalization under federal law. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay. Now, I need you to, you want to go forward with the plea, you'll put your initials on this below that paragraph stating that you understand.
She literally got them. Bringing her birthday. I haven't seen this one yet, Judge.
You haven't seen it. Which, is he looking at the first, right? That's the first document that y'all signed. It's the misdemeanor plea admonition.
I didn't pay that much attention.
Okay, it's the last paragraph on page 1. It's the last paragraph at the bottom where it says citizenship.
We understand that.
Okay, he needs to put his initials,
You want
next to that paragraph.
initials?
Okay. Put that up. That's good. Now, Mr. Anatas. Before you signed and initialed all of the documents that I showed you, we had his discovery certification. Okay. Before you signed and initialed all of these documents that I just showed you, did your attorney go over these documents with you?
Which one?
All of these documents. All of the documents that I showed you on this tablet and all of these documents that I showed you on paper.
The first one, this one, you show me the first one. This is the first time I see it. Can you go over, when you said
You said it's the first time you see it. This is the one that have your initials?
your initial, okay.
Okay, hold on a minute. 1225.
This is the one we find. It's all right. Okay.
This is the same document that you have your signature on. You told me that this was your signature, right?
Yes, yes.
And this was the same document that it had an A and then you put the L to make it LA.
Okay, thank you, I got it. Thank
Did your attorney go over all of these documents with you?
you. Yes,
And did you understand everything that your attorney went over?
yes,
Is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
yes.
State.
Yes, Your Honor, we'll offer State's Exhibit 1.
State is offering state's exhibit number 1 to be used as evidence in the case. Do you have any objections? No objections? State's exhibit number 1 will be admitted. Mr. Boudreau, you've advised and counseled Mr. Anatas. Is there any evidence that he is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No, sir.
Mr. Anatas, your attorney, in this case, Mr. Boudreau, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his services?
Yes.
And Mr. Anatas, your attorney, Mr. Takash, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his services?
Yes.
Mr. Anatas, I will accept your plea of no contest. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. And I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
Yes, Your Honor, we'd ask the court for a fine of $50 with repayment of court costs.
What's the court cost in this case?
277 with a total of 327.
Yeah. Mr. Anatas, the state is offering that you pay a fine of $50 plus court costs of $277, which comes to a total of $327. Will you be able to pay the $327 today?
That's, yes, that's the only option to pay today. No.
Yes,
Yes,
you can pay it today?
yes,
Okay. Now, Mr. Anatas, I will accept your plea. Now, Mr. Anatas, do you understand the state's offer? $50 plus court costs, which comes to a total of $327. Do you understand that?
yeah. It's been,
Okay, and do you think that is fair and just?
yes,
Do you accept it?
yes.
Okay, I'll follow the plea bargain agreement that you have entered into with the state. Now, Mr. Anatas, you will go downstairs and make your payment. Once you make your payment, they will give you a receipt and you'll bring that receipt back up to this courtroom. The place is right below us on the first floor. It's the county clerk's office. All right? All right. Please stand next to the bailiff and follow her directions.
Okay.
Oh, go ahead now. Mr. Boudreau, This is cause number M311454. Case is style, the state of Texas versus Alexander Montano. Mr. Montano, is that your full name?
Yes.
Mr. Montano, would you please raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
You may put your hand down. Mr. Montano, you're represented by your attorney, Attorney Don Boudreaux. Attorney Boudreaux, do you waive a record in Mr. Montano's case?
Yes.
Mr. Montano, I have before me on my computer a document that is titled complaint. This complaint was filed by the Jefferson County Sheriff's Office. In this complaint, it alleges that you, Alexander Montano, on or about March 24th, is that right, of 2015?
Yes.
2016.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah, 2016, on or about March 24th of 2016. Wait, oh, let me.
That was the
Hold
one
on,
I,
hold
we
on.
talked about.
Yeah,
several
hold, brother,
times.
hold on a minute. So this complaint states that on or about March of 2015, while you were March 24th of 2015, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed the Class C misdemeanor offense. Oh. On or about, on be making a burn, they did unlawfully, willfully blank.
It's it's listed in the heading, Your Honor.
I see the offense date, but I mean, in the complaint, where it says, in the name and by the authority of the state of Texas, Jefferson County, before me, the undersigned authority on this personally appeared. Dermot Randall Craig, Jefferson County Sheriff Department, who after being sworn upon oath says that he is good reason to believe and does believe and charge that the Alexander Montano on or about the 24th day of March of 2015 and before the making and filing of this complaint in Jefferson County and state of Texas did then and there unlawfully and willfully blank, contrary to the statute in which in such cases made provided against the peace and dignity of this of the state.
And the state would say to that, Your Honor, that the offense is listed in the heading on the complaint, and that just reading the offense states fully what the defendant is being charged with in this case. There's no real argument that after reading this document, the defendant would not know what he's being charged with in this case. And if necessary, and if no,
Oh, hold on a minute.
if no objection from the defense, state would
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Hold on a minute. I'm gonna have to.
Is that?
Let me hold up on this one. Hold on. Take a recess.